I tell you, life has just been happening for me for the last 3 weeks or more. So, anyway, good. You guys can hear me now, right? I hope so, because it's showing that it's working. So, all right. So, I'm so thankful to be here. As I was saying earlier, life has just been happening for the last 3 weeks. And I'm had a little scare here with my mic. And I probably have hay all over me because I've been doing a garden this year. So I normally don't like to garden, but for whatever reason, I've decided that I want to garden. So my husband made me a couple of raised beds, and we did all the dirt yesterday or last night. A lot of dirt. And this morning I planted my plants, and now we're just putting hay over them and all that kind of stuff. I still have some more plants that I want to get to put in there. And I have some seeds that will be arriving tomorrow that I want to plant too. So, oh, thanks. I missed you guys too. I missed being here. It's been. Let's just put it that way. So I showed you the card, even though there was no sound. I don't really have a whole lot of announcements to make except for the, let's see, pre-order for the new annual catalog has started. So if you want to get your hands on the goodies before it goes live in May, you can join my team for $99. The joining special is over. That ended in February, the last day of February. And celebration is over, but the mini catalog is still going strong, so that anything in the mini catalog you can still order if it's available. If it's not on back order. Good, you guys can hear me. Good. Okay, so let's see. Don't forget to check Last Chance. They've added more stuff. I haven't really had a chance to go look at it. And you guys don't mind the dogs in the background. I had to lock them up in the room, in their room, in Jacob's room, because they were just being annoying. And now they're back there howling and barking still anyway. But hopefully you can't hear them as if they were barking right next to me. What was I saying? Okay, so the mini catalog is still going on. If you would like one of the new annual catalogs, I am going to be purchasing them soon. So please let me know. I know a few of you have already let me know that you want one. I will be so hard to keep up with everything. Yes, Carol, it is. It is. I I don't know why either, but I guess because there's been so many changes and so many new things and places you got to look and do. Um, so many, like you have the online exclusives that aren't in the catalog. And then they move things from the catalog to the online exclusives. It's a lot. So you guys just be patient with me as I learn where everything is going. Plus, April 15th is going to be a new ordering thing where the workshops are going to be going bye-bye. So the host code will still be there, but they will be done differently. So you'll set up if you don't have an online account, you'll set it up, and then you will I think it's $20. Once you reach that $20 threshold, then you get to start earning host rewards that you can use on your next purchase. Demonstrators still get them, but only on their demonstrator orders. I can still order for you, but I got to figure out and find out for sure exactly how I do it, but I know I can. And if you don't want your host rewards, I can just order them and I can keep them. But anyway, let's see. I think that's about it. Don't forget that if you signed up, hey Nelda, if you, I am here while visiting my sister. Oh, you're in Alabama. How fun. Oh, I just got poked with a piece of hay. So like Nelda, I know Nelda doesn't do online ordering, but I'm pretty sure that I can still order for you I just got to figure out how I got to do it. I got to go back and I watched them a couple of weeks ago, but I don't remember how to do it. So I got to go back and rewatch the video. But we'll get it all down and we're going to have a good time doing it. And that's about it. Oh, if you signed up for my email and you're new and you haven't received, I haven't sent an email in a little bit. I will be sending one out tomorrow. If you're not getting your emails, please check your junk folders and your spam folders and all that kind of stuff. If you're still not getting it, please reach out to me so we can figure out why. It could be that I entered a wrong email address, or maybe you did if you filled it out yourself. And yeah, so that's it. So enough rattling on because I'm going on and on and on, and I don't even know what I'm saying. So let me take a sip of my coffee and we'll get busy. Let's go ahead and flip down. And I still have my keyboard up here too. I tell you, I lost track of time, and I was, like I said, I was outside doing the, putting the hay around my little plants to hold the moisture in and to keep the nutrients in the ground. And then I ran inside and saw what time it was, and I'm trying to brush off all the hay and all that kind of good stuff. So in case you missed the card, this is it. Again, you can do this in any colors you want to, designer series papers. You can use flowers. You can use whatever you want to on there. And it opens up like this, and then it will hold a gift card as well. So let's get busy with this. So I know I'm going to need my trimmer. And I know I already have a lot done on it, but like the coloring and the stamping, because you guys know how to do all that, right? You know how to do the stamping and coloring, and you know how to die cut. These are the Storybook Friends is what I'm using tonight. I stamped these all out and I colored them. I am missing one though. Uh-oh. Well, we might do something different anyway. I'm not sure yet. I am missing one. Like I said, this was all done, what, 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago, probably, because about 4 weeks ago. You know what? Why don't we bring this guy here in? We can also, with the Designer Series paper, they have cutouts too, laser cuts, and they're so cute. They're wheelbarrows and carrots, and these little pretty guys here. Isn't that so pretty? I just love it. We could do that too instead. I don't know. Let's see here. I need my little baby rabbit though, but we may just go without him. Maybe we'll use her. No. I hate when I lose something, and there's no telling because I've moved this stuff around a couple of different times, and I don't want to spend a whole time looking for it because I know why, because we're going to stamp it. That's why. Duh. That's how long ago I designed this card. All right, so we're going to take our little baby rabbit, and he's going to go right here. All right, so let's get down to the measurements. I do not have a PDF file for this. I'm sorry, you guys. So if you do want to do this, you can write down the measurements. I'll go slow with them. So, oh, hey, Kim. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, so I got to put my glasses on. I wrote my measurements down. I had them all nice and neat, and I lost those too. So I had to quickly write these down. This is our card base. It's going to go like this. Okay, so this is 11 by 4 1/4. So your card base is 11 by 4 1/4. So it's just one piece of cardstock put up with the 8 1/2 inch at the top of your trimmer, and then you just cut it in half at 4 1/4. And then I'll give you 2 card bases. And then we're going to score this at 4. I think we're going to score it at 5 1/2 for sure. That's right in the half. And then we're going to come over, and I think we scored this one. You know what? I used my scoring tool is what I did. when I do this stuff, I like to use this. So I think it's scored at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2, and it is. It's 4 1/4 and then 5 1/2. That's where you want to score it. So it's 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2, and that's your card base. And then you fold it in half at the 5 1/2 score mark, and then this part here you're going to fold back like that. Okay, and then we're going to burnish those pieces. So let's move that. And let's get this out. I'm so out of practice, you guys. I missed 3 weeks and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I haven't even made a card, I don't think, in the 3 weeks. I don't even think I've made a card. Isn't that sad? That is so sad, but that has been my life lately. Okay. So then we have our flap, and this flap is 4 1/2 by 3 inches. So you need a piece that's 4 1/2 by 3, and then we're going to bring this guy back in, and then we are going to score this at, oh, I just broke a nail too. I probably did it in the garden. All right, so we've got, that's going to look bad. All right, we're going to score this at 3/4 of an inch right there. And then we're going to come in and we're going to score it at 5/8 of an inch. That doesn't look right. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not right. I've scored this at 3/4 of an inch and then 5/8. That's right. And then 5/8. No. Try 7/8. I knew that wasn't right. Okay, so we're going to score this again at 3/4 of an inch and then 7/8 of an inch. And I was even looking at my wrong measurements. I have the right measurements. 7/8. Okay. Now, the reason why we did that is because this is a little trick that I learned a month ago, over a month ago now. When you have like your side flap cards, this is going to go down in here. And then if you only put the one score line, it doesn't really want to lay flat. It wants to pop open, right? So when you do this little bitty 1/8 or 1/4, whatever this is right here, I guess it's an 1/8. That gives you that little bit of a fold there. So it will lay down flat. So isn't that a cool little trick there? All right, so now we just have to cut our designer series paper. And this piece here, I want to be 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. And this isn't going to work. I could have swore it did line up right, but it doesn't. This piece, what did I measure? Did I write down the wrong measurement? I guess I did. 2 7/8. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/8. No, yeah, 2 7/8. But you know what? I think I'm going to cut this one smaller. I think I'm going to do this one to, let's do this to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, just to make it easy. 2 3/4. Please tell me I'm cutting this right. 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That is going to give you a little bit of a wider border than this. This, I have a very thin border. So if you want the thin border, just go 1/8 of an inch larger. Okay, that's going to go on this piece. Actually, darn it. You know what? I made this piece bigger than this piece, and I totally forgot because I wanted this piece to come over just a little bit further. So we've got to recut that. And I hope I have some paper for that. I'm pretty sure I do. I do, right here. Okay. So I want to cut that to, one side is definitely going to be 2 3/4. So this side here is definitely going to be 2 3/4. And then this piece here, let's see. I want to do, okay, let's do 3 and 3/8. Let's see how we like that. Don't you guys love it when I got it together? 1, 2, 3. Oh, all right. There we go. I think that's going to be close enough, and I'm going to be okay with that. Yeah. Okay. So this piece here for this measurement, which is the measurement that I gave you, that's going to be, what did I say? 2 3/4? 2 3/4 by 3 3/8? Yes. Okay. So that's that piece. Now that's that. Now we need this piece. This piece is going to be the same. It's going to be 4 by 4. So we're just going to cut. I'm going to go this way. 4. Are you guys getting all this? 4 by 4. And that's going to go here. And then we do need another piece for the inside of this. So we need another one of those. So let's do this. This 2 3/4 by 3 3/8. 1, 2, 3. So we need 2 of those. So that's going to be that and that. So we've got all our paper cut. Nope, we don't. We need one more piece of this. And this has got to be 1 by 4. Yay. Okay, and then 1. I'm going to go this way. There we go. We got that. That's going to go right here, like so. All right, so we've got that done. All right. Ah, that just caught me. That hurts. Okay, so let's see here. So what we're going to do is we got one more piece, but it's already cut. We got 2 pieces that is already cut. So you're going to need enough to a scrap to cut out your frame, and that comes in the Storybook Dies. Then we have our white piece here. This is 4 by 4 as well. And then we have this piece, which is 5/8 by 2 1/8. And that is going to go right here, just like so. All right, so let's start putting some stuff together and do a little stamping. You know what? Let's do, let's put this together. I have to think. It's been a little while. It's been a little while. Okay. So I want, normally this is a book bindfold right here. And so normally you would glue this whole piece shut. But because we're going to use that to stick a little gift card or money or whatever in here, we're only going to glue this end and this end down. So I'm going to use some tear and tape here. And get this out. We've got a brand new tear and tape. That makes me happy. Okay, so I am going to, I don't know why I just rotated that. I did not have to do that. Just like, no. I need to remember to stick my hand in there. The way my luck has been going, my hand will get stuck. Okay. And wouldn't that be funny? I think it would be funny. Okay, so I am going to trim that because it's not wanting to tear for me. And then we just need another piece right over here. We're going to put that piece right there, just like that. And then we're going to pull our backs off. How have you guys been? By the way, I hope that you have been doing well. I know I saw Kim not too long ago. Well, I guess it's been a little bit. And then we're just going to close that flat, and then we're just going to rub that on there. And there we go. So that's ready, and the gift card will fit right in there. So isn't that clever? So you take a fun fold and you turn it into something great, right? I'm going to go ahead and stamp on this, but we need to get some wild wheat because that's what I used. But I think I'm going to use early espresso because the wild wheat kind of blends in a little bit. So I thought I might use wild wheat in the inside instead of early espresso. And maybe I probably should, no, we're going to go ahead and use early espresso. Okay, and then I am just going to stamp this right in the center. And what gave me this idea was because this is called a book bind fold. And normally when you have a book, it has the name of the book and copyright date, or it has a publisher or whatever on the side of the book, right? So that gave me that idea to do that. I just thought that that would be really cool and really neat, and that would be a great place to stick a sentiment. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, Kim, we're going to pray right now for you, all right? Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, Kim is got to go. Her daughter just called and said that Kim's granddaughter has a very high fever. Lord, we do not know what the situation is there, but we know that you do, and we just ask that you will give wisdom where it's needed, that you will give comfort, and that you will help the doctors to figure out what's going on, and that you will heal her very quickly, Lord. Please keep safe travels as they're frazzled and driving to the emergency room, and just be with them all, Lord. For it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, so we are going to, Kim, please keep us updated. I'm sure you're still not on here, but I will check in with you later. So we're going to go ahead and glue this piece down. And yes, ma'am, Chris, God's divine intervention. Okay, so I may have to open a new glue too. All right, so but we got one right here, so that's not going to be too much of a trouble. Or you know what? I could use some tape runner too, and then I wouldn't have to open one right now, but that's okay. It just takes a second, and I need my wiggle room, right? Just in case I don't lay it, ooh, that's a little much. Just in case I don't lay it straight. So we're just going to put this Let's Celebrate in between. Try to give an even border all the way around. Y'all keep Kim and her granddaughter and her daughter all in your prayers. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to use some tear and tape to tear. You know what? Actually, I probably don't need to because it's wide enough. I cut it wide enough to where I could use a little glue. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to take a little glue to this. I'm just going to do like a little line. Not quite that much, but right along the edge here. Well, that's going to ooze out. I'm having a hard time controlling my glue tonight. There we go. All right, and then we are going to just stick this right here, and I probably should have stamped that before I glued it down, so let's just hope that I do a decent job stamping and coloring our little bunny. Okay, so that's ready, and then what we're going to do is we are going to lay this, let's see, we need this piece here is going to go right here, like so. Oh boy, a loud car just drove by and now all the dogs are barking. Can you hear them, you guys? All right. Oh my gosh. I need to play the lottery so that I can win enough money to get my little studio built out back. Actually, it's not going to be a little studio. It's where I will hold my classes and all that jazz. Okay, so we've got that on there, and we just gave even border around. And now I am going to try not to be distracted and remember how I did this. So you're going to put this, okay, so you see you have this part right here, and then you have that first score line that's right there. Okay, that's where you want to glue that, and you want to butt it up right onto the edge of your card here. Okay, so you want to take that score line, and making sure I'm doing this right. Yep, okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to take this. You can use tear and tape. You can use Seal Plus. I wouldn't use the regular seal because this has got a lot of movement and you don't want it to come off. You want a really strong adhesive. You're going to center this the best that you can from top to bottom. You're going to bring that over just like that. And I think I'm okay. We're going to hold that in place just like that. Okay. And it probably could come just a teeny tiny bit more like so. And you know what? I'm going to wait till that dries. I didn't score those very well, so we need to score those little score lines. What did I do? Oh my gosh, those dogs. Okay, you guys, I love them so much. I love them, but I tell you what, they can be loud and they can be loud. All right, and then we're going to score. You should do this before you put this together, and I didn't think about it. So this might not do what I want it to do. Let's see if I can't loosen this up a little bit. Let's see if we can get it to... Nope, that just made it worse, didn't it? All right, note to self and note to you guys. Make sure you score those little score lines before you put your card together, because that will really, there we go. I got it. Okay. That will really help. There we go. All right, and then we're going to bring that back up. Make sure that this is like it needs to be. Can you guys hear them? You guys don't hear them as loud as I do. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, there we go. Now we have this piece right here that's going to go right here. But I'm thinking I might put this piece here because we're going to stamp a little house in the center. Or what do you guys think? Maybe we could put her there. No, that doesn't really go with this theme, so we can't really do that. We could, but it's not going to go well. All right, so I am going to put some glue here and put this right there. My son is at work, so I can't even holler at him to do something about the dogs. Okay, and then this piece here is going to go in here. The husky is, she's just a little puppy. She's not a little puppy. She's as big as Kyber is, if not bigger now. But she's about 5 months old, I think. And she might be 6. Kyber, he's 2, and he is a sweetheart. He has got the best personality. He's just a barker, and he barks at everything. Okay, so this, let me look at my card. He barks at everything. Everything. I mean everything. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stamp on this before we adhere that down, just in case we make a mistake, right? So then we can just flip it over, and we can stamp it again. All right, so I'm using Welcome Baby. I am going to use the wild wheat. And we are going to just stamp in the middle, or you can stamp wherever you want to stamp at. I'm getting ink everywhere, but I'm going to stamp right in the middle, or I am going to attempt to anyway, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to bring in our memento and our little bunny right here. We are going to move this over here. We're just going to do a little bit of coloring. So I am going to stamp him right in the middle, just like that. And then I'm going to take some light crumb cake. Oh, I'm so glad you guys folded over the top of the paper and smooth it with the bulb folder. That's, Nelda, what I finally figured out. Okay, and I'm just going to do a little bit here like he's on some dirt so that he's not floating around. And then we're going to just use, what did I use? Gray. I used some smoky slate. So I'm going to color him with some smoky slate. If I'd have seen your comment sooner, I would have figured we would have done it sooner. It wouldn't have taken me so long. But I'm like, I know there's a way, but I'm about to give up on this. And then it finally did. But anyway, we got it folded. We got it. All right, so I am taking my dark. Actually, no, I'm going to take my light. And I'm going to color all of him. Except for maybe down in the ear a little bit. I'm going to leave some room for his pink nose. Let's bring him over so we can see him a little better. And I'm not going to color his belly. We're going to leave that white. And then, and his tail is going to be white. And when we had our class when did we have it? In February? No, March. Our March class, this month's class, when we had it, Paige made a great suggestion that you can take like a piece of a cotton ball, which probably the end of a Q-tip would probably be easier because it's smaller, and roll it up in a ball, and you can place it on his little tail to make a little cotton tail. Isn't that clever? She did that on one of her cards, and then she also did, she used Wink of Stella on the other one. All right, I'm not coloring his nose because we're going to do his nose pink, but I am going to take our dark smoky slate and just kind of go around him a little bit, just to give him a little bit of character here. Around in there, around in here. I'm just touching real lightly. I don't want it to be like overpowering because, you know, he's just a little guy. And then we're going to use some pink. What pink? Which pink is this one? Bubble bath. Let's do some light bubble bath. Put it in there. I might want to do a little brighter pink on his nose though, because it's so teeny tiny and for it to show up. So maybe we can use some dark bubble bath. And just right there. There we go. He's so cute. Let me hold him up for you guys. So isn't he cute? There we go. Can you see him? It's hard to see the pink, but it's there. You can see it in person. And then that, oh no, you know what? We got to cut another piece. Wow. We need another 4x4 for over on this side here. Oh, we got to play a game too, you guys. Oh yes, don't forget the winner gets this card. So we need a 4x4 4x4, and we are going to put that, we're going to go ahead and adhere this piece down. So I was going to use tape runner, but I'm going to just use this because I don't trust myself to put this down right where I want it to go. So I may need to do a little maneuvering here. You know, gotta have that wiggle room, right? All right, so there we go. Isn't this so cute? I love this card. This card would be so fun. I probably should do it in flowers or something like that too, just so that you guys can really see it done in different ways. And I think I will. I will probably post the pictures on Facebook. And if I get it done before I get my newsletter done, I'll put them in the newsletter too. How about that? And maybe I'll at least put the measurements down for you guys. And then this is going to go here, and we're just going to glue that flat down. Down flat. We're going to glue it down flat. Okay. Oh, it kill me. All right, there we go. And then what's left? That and that. And we need, see how this one, you just got to remember to give those a really crisp fold before you put it on your card, and then it will lay down flat like that. All right, so I meant to stamp that before we did that, but I didn't. We need our little house. So here's our storybook friends. We need our little house right here. So let's go ahead and get our house. And we're going to stamp that in Memento as well. So got that on there. We're just going to stamp this right in the middle. And then we're just going to do a little bit of quick coloring on him or on it. I'm going to stamp that right in the middle, just like that. And then we're going to do some quick coloring. I just don't remember which colors I used on the house. So we're going to use a little light pecan pie. I don't think this is what I used, but I kind of wanted it to show up a little more than the original one does. And we're going to go ahead and color this too. There we go. And then if we want to, we can come in with some dark, just to give it a little character. And then, let's see. I don't know what color I colored that house, but I really do like it. It was probably, it looks pink, but I don't think it was. It might have been, maybe it was. Maybe it was dark petal pink. Let's try. Ouch. Let's try. It might have been, but I don't know. We're going with it. We're going with it. All right. And I did the door in, looks like Pebble Path, but I think, maybe I think I should do it in, let's do the I think I used Poppy Parade for the chimney. So let's do a little Poppy Parade right there and right there. And then I'm going to take the darker one to go right across there. There we go. And then I did yellow but they kind of look green, but that's because yellow and blue make green, right? We're going to do a little yellow in here. It's turning green. Of course. All right, it's all right. And then the door. You guys tell me what color you'd like to see the door. I am going to color the bushes with a little bit of granny apple green here. So we've got some here, we've got here, and here, and down here. You guys, what color for the door? Aw, thank you. The house is cute. He's a little bitty house, but he's so cute. I need a good color for the door. What do you guys think? Something fun, something storybook. Maybe um we could do a boho blue maybe. We could do, we got greens going on. We have Lost Lagoon. We could do Lost Lagoon. All right, so let's do, let me show you. We've got oh, this is Azure Afternoon. That might be pretty too. This is boho blue, I believe. Nope, that's blueberry. And boho blue is right here. Okay, so we've got boho blue. Let me see if I can't make that bigger so you can really see it. All right, and then we have Lost Lagoon. We can do maybe a little Lost Lagoon. I'm really thinking I might like the boho blue, but I love the Lost Lagoon too. That's one of my favorite colors. Sunburst yellow, my husband says. I can't because it'll turn green because it's on blue paper. You're not in the show, but you're in the kitchen talking to me. So you guys, my husband said hi. Hi. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see, I don't remember. Boho blue. Boho blue it is. Boho blue. Boho blue. All right, so we're going to take this boho blue. This turned out cute. Let me hold that up for you guys so that maybe you can see that. Look at that. That is darling. I love it. Okay, now we're just going to put our little friends on here. And we are just about done, you guys. Not him. We have one of these guys here, one of these chipmunks, a chipmunk, and a rabbit. And let's see, I did this one down here, and I did this one here. And you know what? I got a whole bunch of yellow going on in this one. I didn't even realize that when I colored it. So this guy here, we're just going to do it like that, just like we did this one. I did the yellow on the apron, the yellow on the basket, and then I colored the flowers yellow. Didn't even think about all that yellow going on there. That's all right. Okay, so let's see. So you guys, we got a new yellow coming. I'm super, super excited about that. We also have some of you might remember the color, and some of you know you won't know the color, but I love it. I am so happy. When I joined Stampin' Up, I only got to play with it for a year before it retired because it left. But it is coming back, and I think it's called Strawberry Slush. It's coming back. Can't wait. I love that color. So, so pretty. I'm just going to leave that one like that. This one's just going to get one. And then little Peter Rabbit here, he's going to get two. Like so. All right. We're going to put these guys on here. They said hi. He's gone. He don't hear. He don't hear. He's gone. We're going to put our little basket guy right here, a little chipmunk. I don't know what this is, a hedgehog? It's a hedgehog. And then we have another little chipmunk or squirrel, whichever you want to column. I think I have this guy like he's sitting, but I wonder if we can do him like he's standing this time around. And let's see. And then we're going to put our little Peter. Aren't they just adorable? I love these little creatures. They're little storybook friends. They're awesome. Okay. This is such a fun set to have. It makes great Easter cards, which is right around the corner. Great spring cards, which is now. And then baby cards. And then it's just fun set to make. And it'd probably make a cute happy birthday card for a little one. I tell you, I'm not a little one anymore, but I would love to get a card made with these. These guys are so cute. You can always put another little critter right here if you want to. And then you can stick some money in this, or you can stick a little. This isn't actually a gift card, though. This is a business card, but it's about the same size. It might be a little bit wider. A gift card would be the size of a credit card, but it would still fit right in there. It might just come out a little bit further, and that's okay. And I didn't glue him straight down, so anyway, so that's that. So what do you guys think about this card? It's such a super fun fold to make. It really is not hard at all. Just remember to do your make your lines, your creases, do good creases in your lines, in your score lines, and so that it will fold over easier for you and stay down. Anyway, so I love this card. I think it's adorable. That was a piece that I cut. Too small. Okay, so thank you guys so very much for joining me. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so very much. And please make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up, likes, hearts, on Facebook. Please, if you're watching on YouTube, please comment, because I really do love to read your comments, and I do answer them back. And let's see. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you do so, because it really does help me out. It helps me to get seen. Share the video, guys, because that helps too. And I so appreciate each and every one of you. And hopefully I will see you same time, same place next week. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I will be checking on Kim to see how things are going. And that's it, you guys. Thank you again. Okay, bye-bye. Well, maybe bye. Bye. Oh, wait. Are you guys still there? Nope.